Hello, welcome to Dreary Day here in February. This is a response to a video I just watched, Steve's Retirement Corner. Um, I think Steve is out of Virginia, and he's talking about how winter can kind of be a killjoy for retirement. And I wanted to talk about that. My name's Steve. This is the Thinking Person's Guide to Life, etc. channel. I'm kind of on this sort of what I'm calling a semi-retirement journey. But I wanted to talk about what Steve was talking about with how the winter can be a very depressing time. And he was talking about the gray skies, the cold, the lack of sunlight, sometimes rain. We've got some rain here in Rochester, New York. Anyways, he was talking about all of that and how that can kind of cause you to be depressed. And there's no doubt about it. As a therapist myself for 39 years, my phone rings off the hook during the winter months. People are depressed, they're coming, they're seeking help. But one of the things that I think is really important to keep in mind is that all of these things that we're talking about with regards to the weather are things that we have absolutely no control over. Can't do anything about it. As a therapist, if I had a magic weather switch and when people came to see me, I could just throw that switch and make the weather, sunny and warm, I would, but obviously I can't. In my profession, we call this seasonal affective disorder, SAD, SAD. And there's a lot of people who will talk about being plagued with SAD, seasonal affective disorder. And a lot of times the focus is really on things that they can't control. And as a therapist, I know that what the focus has to be on, if you want to get better and not feel as depressed, what the focus has to be on is what is in your control. There are things that you can do this time of year to help yourself feel better. Now, I used to like to ski. I'd go skiing. Unfortunately, with the weather this time of year, we haven't had a whole lot of snow here in Rochester. And I'm not sure that the ski centers really have the best conditions because of the weather. But there's other things that people can do to enjoy the winter. Pick up a musical instrument. Learn to play the piano, maybe the guitar. Get into woodworking. If you're a fisherman and you don't like going out in this weather, think about getting into fly fishing. Learn to tie your own flies. Another thing I think for us retired folks or semi-retired folks is, we can get ourselves isolated a little bit because people do tend to stay put more in the winter. So we get ourselves isolated. Well, there's lots of civic and charitable organizations that people can join and become part of and give yourself something more to do. Myself, I'm a Mason. Okay, I go to my Masonic lodge. I'm also a Shriner. I go to my shrine. I do a lot of those things, but there's other things too. There's like the Lions Club and Kiwanis, and there's Rotary, and there's all kinds of different organizations that people can get involved in, to volunteer, do charitable work. So there are things that people can do during the winter, and that's what we really have to focus on, is what we can do. Again, name of my channel is The Thinking Person's Guide to Life, etc. And that's because as a cognitive therapist, I know that our emotions are caused by the things that we think. Our emotions are not caused by the weather. They're caused by what we think about the weather. And so, changing the way we think about the weather is the best way to overcome the winter doldrums and alleviate any depressed feelings we might have. So just something for you to think about. I'm going to put a link to Steve's excellent video down in the description, so you can take a look at that one. But I just kind of wanted to throw a little bit of a different perspective on that. I think in Steve's video, he's kind of hinting at that kind of stuff. He talks about a number of things that he actually does during the winter. And so I think he's on the right track there. So just keep in mind, it's the things that we think that cause us to feel the way that we feel. Okay? And as I've been doing this, I've been noticing every now and then, seems like the sun is starting to come out just a little bit. Maybe it'll come out. Maybe I can go for a walk outside today. And I hope all of you will enjoy the day, and take care. Till next time.